Hey now. Day 18. Windy and cloudy as fuck. Episode 15, not day 18. There's a lot of days that passed. We not sun hunting. We not moon hunting. We just starting this little episode. I already know what I want to talk about, but can't do that when it's windy as shit. So I get to test my mic out. I'm gonna try that out in a bit. So when I come back out, we see how that sounds. Oh, so I couldn't take a picture of my phone, but I took a picture with this camera of Ace close-up, and I made that the thumbnail for episode 17. I mean, the one that the AI generated wasn't bad, but it just looks like me walking outside like usual. So I was like, all right, let me put a picture of Ace's face. Why not? Well, me and Ace. You know? So now I can see how I can experiment with that. I don't know if I should put titles for each episode, because like I said, I want it to be like 20 episode makes a complete idea. So the beginning, I'm explaining like the sun, the moon. You see me get the camera, I'm walking around. You see me make a few moves, get a kind of feel of how I talk, la la la. And then we start with slowly integrating information and perspectives and actualities, like things that actually happen, cause and effect type shit. So yeah, we'll get to that part of the matrix. I'll show the beach in a second. Oh, we got another yapper. He's yapping. Who's that? So the beach over here had crazy amount of sand. The MTA was working on a bridge that we have the A train crossing into Rockaways and shit. Anywho, these motherfuckers is cleaning up for, Memorial Day, because they need money. So yeah, now that I told you about the sun and the moon, right? It constantly twirls above your heads, constantly looping. We live forever, all right? That's why they don't want you to know about Jesus. They say all religions are interconnected. La 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 la. No. We live forever. Now you might be like, how? But how? How will? Because, all right, remember I said the word is God, so that's very important. That's the basis of everything. Now we live in something called a universe, which means a united verse. Just one giant song, one long verse playing, one huge frequency. That's what it is. They don't want to tell you that. You know me, I'll tell it to you. You gotta know if you want to fucking get the fuck out of it and make it better. Anyway, so yeah. So there's no years like thousands of years. No, there's 9 years. There's only 9 fucking years. That's it. Just like there's only 9 numbers. You can consider 0 as a number, but 0, a circle, O, the 0 point, that's a lot of things. So that's why they say we only have 9 numbers. This year is supposedly 2025, right? No, it's the 9th year. The 9th year means completion. And then next year, 2026 is going to be 10, but the 0 don't count, so it's 1. And then 2027, what you got? 11. 1 plus 1. 2. The year 2. Then 3. That's it. It's constantly 1 through 9. That's what we live. By the 9th year, you should reach a point or feel completed to do something, or you're at your highest form. That's a little numerology for you. So we live in a coded electrical clock kind of matrix. There's something called gematria, whatever way you want to pronounce it. And that's old fucking Hebrew mathematical coding type shit that the Jews know. Well, the higher power Jews. All this type of shit is there. It exists. Like, I didn't make this shit up. Just look up the information. That's why we live in an internet. It's an internet. We're inside a net because everything is water. That's why it's a plan net, because they plan net you. So you're in the plan net. You're a sucker. It's all language. It's in the words. The word is God. So I'm just trying to make it easy for y'all. The world we live in is a world of consent. So, well, not the world, but the game rules right now is consent. So if you agree to shit, you allow shit to happen, then it happens. If you don't know about shit, you be like, yeah, okay, they fuck you over. You can't get mad because you allowed it. So there's loopholes that the assholes in the game take advantage of. I'm trying to give you a little discernment, all right? That's why I said the earth is flat. It's very important you understand that basis first, to then accept the idea that we live forever. God created the point that we can live forever. But to keep living forever, you have to serve, give, love, sacrifice. And not sacrifice in a sense like killing, but offering, giving something that you feel like you're highly attached to, but you know someone else will enjoy it more because you already had time with it. So these type of things. Like if you give your nephew or kid one of your video game systems, you're like, oh, I love that shit. Give it to the kid, he's gonna enjoy it. So that type of thing. I guess in the next batch of 20 episodes, I'll be into creating, drawing stuff manually, so you can see you could do it yourself. I'm not saying you have to become an artist, but I'm just trying to show that everything can be done by you. Just need a little practice, know-how, spend a little money, you know. Oh, money, currency, current, it's energy. It's all energy. It's all it is. It's all manipulation of your energy. Everyone can tap into abundance. It's just up to you. Same thing as information. All this information always existed. I'm not new to this information. I'm not old to this information. I'm just waking back to it. And I'm not even waking up. I'm just delivering it to you because I've been talking like this for a very long time. I got censored a lot for a very long time. But now it's at a point that the matrix is breaking, and now people like myself are able to go out there and articulate this information more easier for the local people and the people that's lost in this consuming, materialistic, physical, desired game right now. You got to get into creativity, making for others, teach things that people may not see or struggling with, stuff like that. And hopefully this sounds pretty decent because I have the camera close to me and it's windy, so I'm gonna see that in a minute. But alright, y'all. I was ranting for a bit. Wanted to make sure I get all these things out so it kind of clicks a little bit better. I'll explain zodiac and all that stuff in a bit, but don't get too attached to that. That's only to help you identify things a little bit, that's all. Hold on one second. Of course the fucking plane comes as soon as I turn on the camera and I want to say something. Anyway, what I wanted to say was adding on to the whole point that we're electrical, right? Let me clarify that real quick. I'm gonna dumb it down. Shit just hit me real quick. I'm like, all right, let me just record this. The sun, as I said previously, is positive energy. To make an electrical current, you need positive, negative, and a ground, right? A neutral. So boom, the sun is positive, right? It's a positive plasma orb above us, whatever it is. Then you got the moon. That's a negative light fractal, like electromagnetic imprint of the earth. That's why the white parts is the ocean, the dark parts is the continents, as I said previously. I don't know if you watch. And the ground itself completes the circuit. So these two electrical orbs dancing above us creates like this holographic matrix that we're in. The reason we could feel and touch things, right? Because you're like, hold on, if we're electrical, how come we could touch it? Let me explain. This is why I turned this shit on. All right. Your blood cells contain elements like iron, calcium. These elements help you establish a physical form, such as Ace, myself. But you're still an electrical being. Your cells still produce electrical energy. You are still part of the hologram. Mind fucking you right there, huh? So as you're constantly being projected in this hologram, what are you doing to reprogram yourself so you can keep going? So yeah. So for you motherfuckers, oh, we're not like, yeah, we are electrical, dickhead. And when you get reset, when you go to the light, when you get sent to the sun, your soul pretty much resets, like, because of that electrical outburst, and you forget your memories, depending on how deep the memory is. That's why you have points, oh, I had deja vu, this, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You lived many different variations. So that's why I'm a quantum artist. I can tell you through awareness, experience, and have documented, took pictures, and written this shit before, which is crazy, which is fire. So it's like, some people would say, oh, you never changed. Why would I change? I'm not broken. The world could keep trying to say, oh, you crazy. For me noticing, for me being aware, for me exactly experimenting and seeing for myself, no, you sound like a fucking hater. And in a world of polarity, it's either you positive or negative. So, someone coming at you negative, don't pay no mind. Keep doing what you gotta do. I take constructive criticism. I don't take cognitive dissonance or fucking denial. We don't appreciate, that's disrespectful to people's intelligence. And that has to stop. Sorry, I had to get that out. Alright? That's fire. You might be like, but hold on, with the planet shit and the internet shit, what you mean it's all water? Alright, let me hit you up with more game. More game while it's coming out to you. Nigga, there's 5 elements. The 5th one is called ether. Modern day scientists, they say, is matter. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, so in ether, which is God's water, the 4 elements exist. Wind, fire, water, earth. But earth, in a way, it's kind of like an element, and at the same time like a basis. But fire, wind, and the regular water still predominantly in that ether. So, because without earth, how does that have a basis? Like, how does it have ground to exist, have shape, or, you know what I'm saying? So that there's a little special thing with earth. So we have ether. All right, don't listen to that bullshit. Oh, you dark matter in it. No, it's ether. Ether is God's water, which information is just constantly current. Like I said before, information is always here. It's just, when do you arrive to understanding it and seeing it? So if you see this video, right, props to you, because you raise your frequency to a higher tune. You won't exist in that depressing, scary ass world of lies and bullshit. You'll start thinking for yourself and stepping your game up. You won't be a victim and have excuses. You'll find solutions and be productive. Be proactive. That's the whole point of this journey, documenting, journaling, vlogging, blogging, whatever you want to call it. That's the whole point. That's why you don't kill the messenger. The message is forever. Oh, got an angry baby. Come on, Ace. Who's your good boy? So yeah, let that sit on your noodle today. Your energy. Don't waste it on bullshit. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So yeah, it was rainy like a motherfucker. Ugly ass day. I was gonna take out the camera when it was pouring, but I was like, maybe water going there, fuck up the mic. Not fuck it up, because this is supposedly waterproof, but make it sound funny. I don't know. And I didn't really have to use the mic, so I'm gonna use it Friday though, because I'm gonna be in an event with music and shit like that. But the camera was able to capture my voice earlier. Some people came through, made a few moves. It's pretty active earlier, actually. But I was like, alright. Fell asleep after eating, chilling. I'm like, let me just show how it looks out here after midnight. It's dead. Foggy as fuck. We ain't seeing nothing tonight. We ain't seeing nothing. But yeah, it's episode 18. Hit y'all a little info earlier with the sun and the moon. Was watching some shit with my boys. Pardon me, sorry about that. But this weather out of nowhere just already fucking with me. Getting caught in that rain, it was pouring too, like out of nowhere. Shh. What the fuck, man? So yeah, woke up and I'm like, oh shit, it's 3 in the morning. Let me walk this little nigga, go back to sleep. So yeah, let Ace do his thing. Then I gotta get up in a few hours anyway, make some moves, and that's it. wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up. That way I could work on the next batch of stuff. So yeah, you gotta create freely. Have a whole natural flow. I'm gonna have it at a point that it'll be like, oh, he just created and uploaded. Right now, it's kind of like a build-up. So then I could just make it public and just open the gates. That's what we like to call it. Open the gates! So yeah, I would suggest for you creators, do that. Create a couple episodes and then fuck it, put it out. You know what I'm saying? If you find it easier to create like one video then put it out, I mean, do that. But I like to do a whole bunch of shit, so you can just waste time looking, learning, absorbing, consuming. And then you consume to a point where you're like, all right, I gotta create. Oh yeah, let me show you Foggy Life. Huh? And we're not in a simulation. Look at that. It's like you just reset the whole sky. Look at that. Can't see nothing. Now you think flat earth ain't scary? Space in itself is type scary, but then it's just over excessive. So it's like, stop. But imagine keep going straight and it's just foggy. That's creepy. Just keep going and going and going and going till you hit that ice wall. That Antarctic ice wall. Go south in any direction, you'll hit that ice wall. How about that? Yeah. But alright. Show you some more shit in a few hours. This episode's funny because it's like 2 days in one, but it's not. Oh, you can see the ocean a little bit. I see the waves. Quality on this ain't that crazy for nighttime, so. Come on, young pup. What you looking at? Who's that? Who's that? But alright, y'all, we gonna finish this up. Holla at you a little bit. Keep creating. Start thinking. Get in the lab. Leave a comment if you need ideas. And if you're a hater, keep hating. Yeah.